And at that point, I went home that night and I said to Philip, my other half, look, I am going to have to go to Gaza and give him a hand. And then the war obviously started in the October, and Gas was stuck in Gaza. And then Ahmed started sending me, so he's always been sending me photos of cases he was doing, like what should I do with this? And I'd show all the guys at work all the leg trauma, and we'd say, oh, well, we think you should do this, and he'd just crack on and do it. And then in the October, the pictures just completely changed, and he started sending me pictures of tiny children with terrible injuries. And I remember asking the team at King's to look at one picture that he sent. Was a kid, I think they must have been like 5, and he'd already amputated one of the legs, and the other leg, it just needed amputating. And I could tell from the message that he was not happy to do a bilateral amputation on this kid. And we all looked at the photo and we just said, look, there's nothing else you can do, Ahmed. You just got to chop the leg off. And at that point, I went home that night and I said to Philip, my other half, look, I am going to have to go to Gaza and give him a hand. I mean, this is not what you should be doing when you've just become a consultant. He's not out of his depth, but he's overwhelmed, and he's making decisions that nobody should be making, and he's on his own. And I remember Philip was like, are you fucking joking? And then there was this moment where I could see that he slightly got it, because he knew Ahmed, and he was seeing the pictures on the TV, and I had that slight leverage. And I went back to Graham and I said, listen, I got to get back into Gaza.